5,000 meters beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean lies a secret that changed the course of the Cold War. A multi-million-dollar metal monster, engineered to pull a broken nuclear weapon straight out of the abyss. In the height of the Cold War, the United States military embarked on the most expensive, secretive salvage mission in human history. The mission defied the laws of physics, operating at depths where the weight of the water kills instantly. It began in March 1968, when a Soviet ballistic missile submarine mysteriously vanished from radar. An unexplained internal explosion ripped through the vessel, rendering the crew powerless. Dead in the water, the thousands of tons of steel began a terrifying 5-kilometer plunge straight to the bottom. For 2 months, the Soviet Navy searched frantically, but they were looking in the wrong place, and ultimately they gave up. But the United States military had a secret advantage: a specialized spy submarine equipped with advanced deep-sea cameras. 3 miles down, hidden in total darkness, the Americans found it. A broken Soviet nuclear shield, ripe for the taking. To pull thousands of tons of twisted steel from a depth of 3 miles, the CIA needed a radical, unprecedented engineering miracle. They found their solution in eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes, inventing a massive lie about mining deep-sea minerals to hide the true mission. Under total secrecy, workers constructed a monstrous 618-foot ship equipped with an industrial derrick capable of lifting millions of pounds. Hidden deep within the belly of the ship was the Moon Pool, a massive, secret internal ocean bay designed to hide their ultimate prize. This prize would be grabbed by Clementine, a gargantuan, high-strength titanium claw built to latch onto a broken nuclear submarine. To lower this monster 3 miles down, engineers forged 5 kilometers of ultra-high-strength steel pipes. Segment by segment, every single joint had to withstand 50 megapascals of crushing pressure, where a single microscopic flaw would cause total structural failure. These were the muscles of the ship, massive hydraulic pistons designed to pull 3 million pounds of dead weight back to the surface. To load the giant claw onto the ship without Soviet detection, they built a specialized, fully submersible roofed barge. In July 1974, the Glomar Explorer finally set sail, supposedly on a commercial mining mission, but heading straight for the radioactive grave. In the summer of 1974, the Glomar Explorer arrived directly above the radioactive grave of the Soviet submarine. To stay perfectly still above the target, the ship engaged massive, automated thrusters, fighting brutal open ocean currents. But they were not alone. A Soviet intelligence ship materialized on the horizon, watching their every move. Soviet helicopters buzzed the ship, trying to peer inside the derrick, completely unaware of the trap below. Beneath the surface, the giant gates of the secret moon pool slowly slid open, exposing the abyss. The multi-ton titanium claw was unlatched from its transit locks, ready to begin its deadly descent. On the derrick floor, engineers connected the first massive steel pipe string, locking the claw into place. Slowly, the metal monster slid past the ship's keel, entering the open ocean to begin its 3-mile journey. Hour after hour, the crew repeated the brutal process, adding segment after segment to an endless steel string. As the claw passed the 500-meter mark, the last rays of sunlight vanished, swallowing the mission in total darkness. 3,000 meters down, the hanging weight of the steel pipe string began to approach the structural limits of the ship's derrick. The ship's mechanical spine groaned under a monstrous load of over 3 million pounds of dead weight. Finally, the metal monster reached the abyssal plain, descending into a freezing world of absolute dark. Through the claw's low-light cameras, the ghostly, crushed hull of the K-129 finally emerged from the gloom. Operating by remote telemetry, engineers aligned the massive titanium claws directly over the submarine's broken spine. With a massive hydraulic thrust, the titanium monster bit deep into the seabed, locking its fingers around the nuclear prize. As the derrick pulled upward, the claw had to fight the immense suction of the seabed, registering millions of pounds of force. For several days, the prize ascended smoothly, climbing thousands of meters through the silent, ink-black void. But deep within the metal matrix of the claw fingers, an invisible, fatal flaw was reaching its breaking point. Without warning, the titanium fingers snapped. A catastrophic mechanical failure sent half of the nuclear submarine plunging back to the bottom. The multi-ton aft section, containing the prized nuclear ballistic missiles and code books, tumbled violently back down to the seabed. Crushing onto the ocean floor with immense force, the target shattered, burying the secrets forever under a massive cloud of abyssal silt. All that remained in the CIA's grip was a small, isolated section of the submarine's forward bow. Inside the ship's classified control room, a suffocating silence fell over the operators as they realized the multi-million-dollar prize had slipped away. Working under total secrecy, the crew pulled the compromised fragment up through the ship's keel and into the hidden berthing bay. The massive bottom doors slid shut, sealing the ocean out and trapping the radioactive ghost inside the ship's belly. Forensic engineers began inspecting the mangled bow under hazardous containment protocols, documenting a scene of absolute structural devastation. Amidst the ruins, they found what they came for: 2 conventional nuclear-armed torpedoes, offering the CIA an unprecedented look into Soviet military technology. But inside the twisted metal, the Americans also recovered the bodies of 6 Soviet sailors who had gone down with their ship. In the dead of night, under the cover of top-secret red lights, the CIA gave their enemies a formal, deeply respectful military burial at sea, conducted in both English and Russian. In early 1975, the ultimate wall of secrecy shattered. Investigative journalists exposed Project Azorian to the public, sparking a massive global scandal. Confronted by the press, the CIA invented a legendary phrase that changed legal history. We can neither confirm nor deny the existence of this project. The monstrous ship was stripped of its secrets, left to rust in quiet waters, a silent monument to the most expensive covert engineering operation in human history. Though the mission failed to capture its main prize, the breakthrough technology invented for Azorian laid the foundation for all modern deep-sea engineering, oil exploration, and robotic salvage today. 3 miles down, in the freezing darkness of the deep Pacific, the remaining secrets of K-129 still rest, forever guarded by the crushing weight of the abyss.